What's going on, guys? Vick Almighty here with another restoration video. Before I get it going, I just want to point out I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. For today's video, we're going to be working on something that I've been dreading to do for the last 3 years. This is a project that I hate doing. I hate working on the specific shoe just because it does require a lot of work. The Warhawk Air Max 90s. It's a sick ass shoe. It's one of my favorites, but from my eyes, I see 5 different colors. Brown up here, brown down here, 2 different beiges, orange, maroon down here, and white. That's a lot of color matching, you guys. I hate doing it, but the job's gotta get done. We gotta go in, repaint the shoe, clean the shoe up, re-glue this piece, and other touch-ups needed. Without further ado, let's get it started. This video is powered by Sneaker Knockers. If you don't know who Sneaker Knockers is, they're your one-stop shop to help you with the newest and most exclusive shoes. For $40 a month, Sneaker Knockers will provide you with the great perks. Sneaker Knockers provides top-of-the-line communication featuring restock links, release notifications, and add-to-cart services. On top of all those great features, Sneaker Knockers has taken the extra step by featuring a VIP interactive Discord channel. With worldwide members and shipping, this is the place to be. If you're tired of L's on sneakers, visit the Sneaker Knockers website and follow them on Instagram at Sneaker Knockers LLC. The first step in this process, you guys, is getting the shoe properly clean inside and out. So we'll be using Reshoevn8r Signature Kit Kit. To save money on this kit, use my promo code in the description below. Now let's get all set up. All right, we're good to go with this cleaning. We got all 3 brushes, our soft, medium, and stiff, our solution, our shoe tree, bowl of water, our cleaning mat, towel, laundry bag, detergent pods. I almost lost it there. We are good to go, you guys. The next step we're gonna do is put this shoe to the side for before and after purposes. The shoe does not have any shoelaces. I think they're in the box, so we're not gonna worry about that, but we are gonna take out our insole and give that a thorough cleaning later. Now, before I start cleaning the shoe, you guys, I wanna inspect it to see what I'm working with. From my experience, since I've already worked on the shoe before, I know that it's not a delicate shoe. Nothing on the shoe will bleed. Nothing will get ruined if I apply water to it. This shoe is 100% safe. My only concern about this shoe is putting it in the washing machine. That's my plan. That's not something I recommend doing though, because the shoe is about 15 years old. I'm gonna go ahead and risk it anyway though, because I do wanna get the shoe as clean as possible inside and out. If by some chance the shoe does get ruined in the washing machine, learn from me, don't put older shoes in the washing machine. If you do though, be very careful. Now that I got that out the way, let's get started. We're gonna grab our shoe tree, quickly adjust it to size. Boom, good to go. The shoe tree always helps by removing creasing once the cleaning's all done. Now, we're gonna grab our 4-ounce bottle of solution and squirt 2 squirts inside our bowl of water. 2 squirts is all you need, you guys. This stuff is highly concentrated. Now, one more thing before we start cleaning. This shoe right off the bat has a lot of sitting dust sitting on the surface. Grab our soft bristle brush real quick, brush a lot of this stuff off. That's a lot better, still dirty though. Let's get started with the cleaning. With the soft bristle brush still, we're gonna grab our water and solution. Simply, we're gonna dunk it in and start hammering the uppers. We're looking good, you guys. Overall, this cleaning is super easy. There is a little bit of bleeding going on in the teeth area. I'm not worried about it at all because I am gonna repaint this area later on in this video. But if you guys are cleaning the shoe at home and don't plan on repainting it, be careful in this area specifically. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna move on to the medium bristle brush. There are a couple of stains back here on the beige area. This brush should take it out. While we're at it, we'll also take care of the midsoles. Man, I love easy cleanings, you guys. This shoe is turning out great. We're gonna put the medium bristle brush to the side and jump over to the soft bristle brush. But first, let's take out our shoe tree and focus on the insides of the shoe. Because like I always say, the insides are just as important as the outside. Insides are good to go. While we're at it with the soft bristle brush, let me grab our insole. By the way, this is a super sick insole. Pretty much done, you guys. The last step you gotta do is take care of these soles. These soles honestly aren't too bad. They're brown and black. You can't really see the grime, but it's still there. We're gonna grab our stiff bristle brush, give it a quick scrub in, then put this shoe in the laundry bag and take it to the wash. Let's go ahead and put this shoe inside our secret laundry bag. Our insole. Close it up. A little knot for security. Our detergent pods. And now to the washing machine. Great news, you guys. Two things. First, the shoe did not fall apart inside the washing machine. Second, this shoe cleaned up awesome inside and out thanks to our signature shoe cleaning kit. A couple of things that could have gone wrong with this cleaning by putting the shoe inside the washing machine. Like I originally said, the shoe is from 2006, so it can be on the brittle side. Overall though, before I put it in the washing machine, I gave it a little stress test all around the midsole. Nothing seems to be separated, so I wasn't worried about that. This plastic back tab, if it was on the brittle side, it could have possibly cracked, could have broke off. Again, this seems to be still in healthy condition and still flexible, so that didn't happen as well. And also, the last thing, this plastic piece. Again, if it's brittle, if it's old, sometimes the plastic can be very delicate, and once you put it in the washing machine, when it's banging around in there, it can crack. Again, no problems, you guys. This shoe is clean. Let's keep it moving with this restoration. The next step we gotta do is focus on the teeth. The teeth is by far the most unique part about this restoration. If we don't do it right, it's gonna look really weird, and we don't want that. We want precision and perfection. So for this part, we're gonna go to the man Julian to help us out with this. He's gonna go in, create a whole stencil for this from scratch. Let's see how he does it. Let's go. Big shout out to Julian. He's a wizard when it comes to this stuff. He nailed it with the design. Now what I gotta do is measure it out so we can print it using the Cricut cutter. Nice, we got our stencils fully cut out. We'll come back to that later. Right now we're gonna focus on some prep work. For these midsoles, we gotta completely strip them, but they are from 2006. That is my third time saying that, but it's important to know that because if I was to put acetone on the shoe, it'll completely eat away at the midsoles. Be careful whenever you guys are prepping shoes at home. If they're on the older side and you apply acetone to those areas, it'll eat away and it'll ruin the midsoles. So for this step, we'll be using the sandpaper method. We'll be using 800 grit sandpaper to smooth out all the rough areas. It's really flaky, so it shouldn't be too hard, but it's gonna be very time consuming because we don't want to ruin the material on these midsoles. Let's go ahead and do it. So far so good, the prep work's coming out good. This is very time consuming using the sandpaper method, but it is definitely the safest route to go. As you can see, we got the majority of the paint off the shoe. Teeth, for the most part, are gone. Back piece, we still have some brown paint to go, and a little bit of white paint. Originally I said I was gonna use 800 grit sandpaper, but I ended up using 600 instead, because that's all I had. It works just as good. Now I'm gonna try something different. I got some alcohol prep pads. Alcohol is a lot safer to use than acetone, but you don't want to use too much of it because it can still eat away at the midsole. These are good enough to gently go over the paint and wipe it off. There is a little bit of paint in some areas, not too much. I'm going to use these to wipe it off. Prep work is complete, you guys. We got all the paint off the teeth, the majority off the brown. Back is off. We're good to go with the prep work on the midsoles. I also went ahead off camera and prepped the brown leather on the uppers to get it ready for a repaint. For the repaint, we'll come back to that later. Right now we're gonna focus on separation. Separation isn't too bad. I try to peel it back some more, but the rest of the glue is still pretty sturdy, so we're gonna focus on this little piece. We're gonna prep it using some acetone and cotton balls to get it ready for the bar cement. All the old glue is off the sole and midsole. Before we start re-gluing, we gotta take care of this toe cap piece area. As you can see, there is a lot of glue left on there. I did not hit it with acetone and cotton balls because that could get really messy and sloppy real quick. So for this part, it's always best to use a Dremel to shave off all that old glue. Simply what you wanna do is just shave it off, but be very careful and not go onto the upper because you could easily mess that up. All the old glue is good to go. We are ready for some glue, you guys. For this step, we'll be using barred super stick. We'll glue around the upper so we don't get any glue in those areas. We'll apply glue to the sole and upper, let it cure for about 7 minutes, and then we'll bond it together. 7 minutes are up. Let's go ahead and heat it up so we can clamp it together. Perfection. Glue job came out great, you guys. No issues with that. Alignment's on point. No glue where there shouldn't be. Give it a little stress test. It's on there. All right, next thing we're gonna do, you guys, is move on to some taping. We're gonna tape off the uppers, soles, so we can start laying down our paint job. Good to go with the tape job, you guys. Now let's move on to the paint. For this step, I had my apprentice Pedro pre-mix these paints for me. Yes, I have an apprentice. He does a lot of the work for me off camera. These colors are very time consuming to do. I did these 4 years ago on the original video that I did on this restoration, but those colors dried out. So I had Pedro remix these paints for me. For the beige, he used, let me pull out my phone because he wrote it down for me. For the beige, he used Play in the Sand, yellow, flat white, and olive. For the brown on the midsole, he used brown, chocolate, flat white, and scarlet red. And for the red color, he used scarlet red and varsity. Pretty simple, you guys. I trust these colors. I trust Pedro. If you guys need to pre-mix these colors at home, use those colors. I don't have exact ratios for you, but you can figure that out yourself. Shout out to Pedro. Let's start laying down some paint. All right, we're looking good. White paint's good to go on both sides. Now onto this back piece. But before we do that, let me give you guys a quick tip on how to avoid brush strokes. Simply all you gotta do is paint in different directions with quick back and forth movements, just like this. Looks a little funny, but it works every time, you guys. Let's do this back piece. Back part is looking good, you guys. Honestly, this restoration is moving pretty quickly. I do want to point out one thing. For the midsole beige and the upper beige, they are two different colors. In the past, I've done the mistake of painting this all one single color. That's not the right way to do things. Originally, before I cleaned the shoe up, I had Pedro mix a paint for the upper, thinking I was going to repaint the upper. Turns out, after I cleaned the shoe, the uppers are in great condition and it did not need a repaint. However, he did go ahead and pre-mix this color just in case I needed it. Turns out I don't need it, but I'm still sharing with you guys the mix for this color in case you guys are doing this restoration at home. Check it. All you need is Play in the Sand, yellow, and flight. The real difference between the upper and the midsole beige is olive. For the midsole, you want to add olive. For the upper, stay away from olive. Now let's move on to the brown. Brown paint is good to go, you guys. Check out that line work. Super crispy. If you guys are doing any type of repaint at home on an Air Max 90, I highly recommend you guys to just freehand it. Don't use tape. Tape will mess you up and you'll practice on your freehand game. Now onto the hard part. We got our stencil created. That is the teeth that's gonna go right on the bottom of the midsole. We're gonna lay it down and then lay down our paint. All right, guys, we're all done with the midsole repaint. Check this out. The teeth came out perfect. Shout out to Julian for creating the perfect stencil for the teeth, and shout out to Pedro for creating the perfect color match for the teeth as well. If you guys want the graphic that I used for the stencil, I will provide a link in the description down below for free. Now, on to the last step of this restoration, we gotta take care of the uppers. On the uppers, we gotta take care of the brown. It is super faded and scuffed up. Pedro also went ahead and mixed this color for me. Let me pull this up. The color mix for the uppers was super easy. Dark brown and flat black. That's gonna be it on this full restoration of these Air Max 90 Warhawks, you guys. A lot of work went into this shoe. The very first step we did was use our signature shoe cleaning kit to get this shoe fully cleaned up inside and out. Once that was good to go, we stripped the entire paint off the midsoles. We repainted the brown, the beige, the white, and of course, the teeth. This shoe came out looking good, you guys. Now let's get into the giveaway. In honor of Air Max month, we are giving away an undefeated pack. This pack features 2 different sneakers, including the undefeated Air Max 97 Militia Green and the undefeated Air Max 97 Black Volt. Last day to enter is on March 25th. Winner will be announced on March 26th on Air Max Day. To enter, follow these 3 things. Subscribe to Reshoevn8r's YouTube page, follow Sneaker Knockers on Instagram, and comment down below what your favorite Air Max model is of all time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vic. I'll catch you guys next time.